Hello. This summer, when I was fishing over on the beach over the road, I was having a look on the beach and I found something, and it managed to remember from a couple of years ago, from when I was having a chat with he was fishing with me. He was fishing in old Portsmouth with me. I picked up his weight. I said, "Oh, this looks interesting." He said, "Yes. I made it myself." I said, "Oh, that was good." Because we met before, and we had a chat, because we both make our own feathers. And he made his feathers out of crisp packets. And I said to him, "So how did you make that then?" And I was actually quite surprised when he came back and told me. And he said, "I made that from an old cuttlefish bone." And I thought to myself, do you know what? I've seen a load of those over the beach. That's what I was thinking to myself recently. Because when I was walking over the beach and I found them, I thought, I wonder, shall I have a go at that? Now, one thing's led to another. When I was doing some fishing over there recently, I discovered my leads were going straight down into the gloopy mud. And I got thinking, this is what clock leads are all about. And no, I haven't got one to show you. But these are the small little disc leads. And they've got lumps on them all the way round. Basically on the arrow. I don't even know if they're on the exact arrow times, but they've got lumps all the way round. And I was told before, that's because they're for estuaries fishing. Because, let's just show you with my cap from the camera. When it hits the water, say that's the water level, it hits it and then it goes like that. So unlike a normal lead that just goes straight down into the gloop, this, let's say now this is the bottom, it will go like that and settle. So, like I said, when I've been over there recently, all my leads have been stuck in the gloop. And what you don't know is how far it's gone down, and if it's pulled all the snoods down into the gloop as well, because it's quite thick out there. And I know that because there's been lots of rescues, because people have getting stuck in the harbour digging worms. Yes, very aware of that. So what I thought I'd do today is try and make a small disc, or at least have a go, because it should be, he said it's very easy to carve this stuff. It feels very soft as well, so that's going to have to be what I've got to be careful of. But what I've got to be careful of, I want to have a flat bottom and a flat top, because it needs to be flat on the surface when I want to pour it. So it's got to be flat to start with, and I need a flat surface for it to level out on when I pour the lead. And then I was thinking, do I cut this right on the edge where the disc will be, like this? Let's just use this as an example. Do I cut it here and then have a little keyway coming off for the what do you call it, the loop? Or do I cut a little circle, not a circle, but a little loop thing in there, so that I have to arrange the loop on it first. So that's a couple of things. But the first thing, I'm going to flatten it and just see what it's like to use as a material. I've noticed that the thickest part seems to be down here, so that's going to be where I'm going to be concentrating, because I've got most of the depth. So there you go, there's my idea. So we'll see what happens then. So here we go, we've got a nice sheet of fine sandpaper. So let's just give it a go and see what it's like. I'll try on the rough side first. So I'm holding it nice and flat. Yeah. It is quite soft. You can see, look, it's coming off on the paper quite quickly, and there is a flat being formed. Trouble is, it's following the bump on the concrete here now, so just to make sure that's nice and flat. Right, so I've got a flat that side, so now I'm going to replicate it on the other side, and at some point I'll start cutting the lumps off as well to make it easier to coat with. Oh, it's a lot harder on the other side. That's hardly touching it. So try pressing harder. No, that's not doing the biz. I guess this must be an outer shell that's a lot harder here. It is doing something, but you can't really see it. Whereas that side, you can see the flat quite easily. So I suppose what I could do then, I could form with something like a joist just to sit it on, because I think this side will be the side that I'll carve into, and that will give me more depth to work with rather than taking that off. So I'll do that. That's a better approach. So all I'm going to do is put some things on here to level it, and then I can carry on working on this surface. I'm not going to use this, but this is just a guide, because that's similar to a 3 to 4, I would have thought, ounce. So I'll take this down a little bit further. Yes, that's a nice finish on there. And this is going to be the problem. If you wanted to go too wide, you're not going to be able to, because you're restricted by the width, the depth, which is coming off quite steeply. But I think that's going to be fine for what I want. So I'm going to straighten this up now with a hacksaw. So I've got less of the muck around the shell. Right, so that went okay, and it's a bit more of a manageable block now. And it looks just about level as well. So all I've got to do is find something to stick under there to level it. So next, I've got to find something that I think will be the right size to draw around it. I like the look of this lid. Yeah, I guess I should measure that really, shouldn't I? That is 4 centimetres across, so that's 1.5 inches or something. And that gives me lots to play with. So I'll draw around that next. Don't know what actually we'll draw on cuttlefish. Yeah, this is doing it. There you go, look, it's actually so soft it's made a little mark in it. But I think that's about the right size I want. So I was surprised how quickly that made a mark in it. Oh, I had to get my glasses on. So I thought I'd have a little poke around with my bait needle. See if I can... Oh, crikey. This is really soft stuff. I was thinking, when I first was thinking about this yesterday, that I might have to use the Dremel. I think if I used the Dremel, there'd be nothing left of it. I wonder actually then, is this going to be able to cope with the lead being poured into it? Mind you, the guy was a very genuine, nice bloke. No reason to believe he was lying. Yeah, that is really, really easy. Well, of course, I can already see what's going to be the difficult part. And that's going to be getting the bottom of this mould level. See, just scouring it with the bait needle, it's going in quite deep already. But of course I haven't actually marked with the bait needle the depth. Just hold it in the same place with my fingers. Right, that's now about the same depth all the way around. Wow, this is going to have to be where I'm going to have to do most of my time, is trying to get this as smooth as I can. But at the end of the day, it's still only a lead weight, isn't it? So I think I'll just crisscross. Well, it's not a lead weight at the moment, it's backbone of a cuttlefish. If I just crisscross, might be easier to get these out. Just made a mess of that. No surprises here, everything's smelling now. Fishy. Good job Mrs. B's having a bath. I've got a feeling the end product's going to be quite rough because I haven't got anything like a burring tool or anything that I can get down here and smooth this with. It's all going to be done by eye. I mean, this is rough at the moment. See, I can see straight away where it needs sorting out. Wow. Right, so there's the beginnings. It's going to take me quite a while to have a good go at that. I'll come back to you when I've got something smoother. So I've come to the conclusion I can't get too smooth on the bottom because of all the ridges that were natural. But that's it, it's just going to be a fishing weight. I might just try that then. So I levelled it out just with a couple of bike spanners. Here and here, down in there. And for those that were worried, there you go. I'm just melting the lead. So the only concern I've got at the moment, looking at... Hello? Thank you. The only concern I've got at the moment is this little bit here, depending how high it is up, because that's going to... So I've forgot to put anything on the top there. The lead's nearly ready anyway, as this is a prototype. I don't know if I've got anything I could just put there as a small bit of weight. What have I got in here? Nothing. I don't think I could... Now that's too wide. Oh, that end would be alright. Now I can't balance that on there. I'll tell you what I've got. I've got a clip. If I could put something in there. Yeah, maybe if I fashioned a little bit of card in there, because I know card withstands the heat for as long as it takes to for the lead to set. So if I fashioned a bit of card and put there, this might work. No. This will work. It will. There you go. Now I need to bring it up a lot higher. Oh. Job's a good one. So, plan B now. And I think I need to come up a little bit. Like that to keep it level. So now I'm going to have to pour very carefully. I think I could still do with coming up. Number one eyeball says that's about level. So I'm going to have to pour it really carefully so that I don't move that. And here we go. It's the wrong side for me for pouring, but we'll try that then. But that seemed to go in okay. And there's no burning coming off of the paper yet. Horrible smell of burning fish though. Right, let's see if it'll come out of the mould then. Easily. Now that it's still a little bit, it's a bit uneven. But you know what? That'll almost work. And look, you can see where I had the metal on the bottom. But that, I don't know. Couple of ounces. And there's the inside of the mould. Perfectly usable. So maybe that's giving you some ideas then. Because obviously that'll work for small leads, and basically it's up to you. The guy that I saw his lead, he made himself a little coffin lead, but I wanted to see if I could do a disc, and I have. It's not exactly perfect, but I reckon that'll do. So I'll try it over in the harbour one day soon. But hey, one of my little stupid ideas. So if you like that, please like and subscribe. And for the moment then, that's me done.